All right, so we've got our lateral hips activated. We've then moved them into the quadruped position. So we're gonna follow this concept of moving from primitive to more complex patterns. Same way we went through growth and development as youngsters, and now we're gonna be standing. So same mini band, same spot. We're gonna start out just below your knees. Now, there's research out there that shows putting the band down at your toes actually elicits the highest contraction of your glutes, or glute med specifically. Now, there's a caveat to that, and it is, are you recruiting from the right area? So I tend to start people at the knees just to make sure that we're getting the right muscles. If we're getting the right, I'm going to show you the next progression as far as making it a little harder or going to the toes. The key is don't go to the concept of harder. Make sure that you are recruiting from the right area. And then if you have the ability, certainly move into a more challenging position. So with these, I have a couple of concepts. I'm going to start at hip width. And I want to make sure that my knees stay the same width as my feet or my ankles, and that at no time am I allowing my knees to buckle inside. So from here, I'm going to take shorter steps, so maybe a couple of inches instead of a big gigantic step. For me, we're keeping tension on the hip a lot better, and we're maintaining that hip knee ankle or hip knee foot alignment. So we're going to go 10 steps one way, and after you've gone 10, then you're going to come back 10 steps. So the magic question is, where do you feel it the most? And the answer I'm looking for, the upper outer quadrant of your rear end. So if we're feeling anything, this kind of bony thing on the outside, greater trochanter, I don't want sensation below that, and I don't want sensation forward of that. If you are feeling it there, take your hands, put it on your hips, slide it down and out about an inch, and when you take a step, you should feel that glute medius muscle balling up under your thumb. Once you've identified those, you're going to go through the same series of steps, but now dig your thumbs into those muscles as you go through your steps. When you dig into the muscle, it's going to respond by contraction. It's just a reflex. It's trying to protect itself. We're going to use that mechanism to tell those muscles, hey, this is where we want you working. Now, let's say you're recruiting properly. Everything's working. Next step, take the band down to your ankles and nothing else changes. And then if you're good there, the position that shows the highest degree of EMG activity will be at the balls of your feet. So we want the band as far forward as possible without slipping off of your foot. So what we have is when you step, the leg is getting turned in as well as being pulled into your body. That's why we're getting more of those glute fibers, more of what they do. But if you position the band here and you're feeling your IT band or your quads, you're not really helping yourself. So go back to the easier versions and then progress back to this one.